We have a little bit of rain just south of Canby and then also getting out of the gorge east of Troutdale. These spotty showers will be gone, I think, once the sun pops up and gets going. And this will go on to be a dry day. Then you see that light rain shower. Flurries down to 1,500 feet in Welch's right now. Good visibility coming into town. 42 degrees. It's a mix of partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies out the door. We have light west winds. So to the bus stop we go. It may continue to be that way. Just kind of partly sunny to mostly cloudy, even back and forth. 46 at noon. We get up to about 50, pretty much normal for this time of the year when the kids get out of school this afternoon.
We'll check in with you soon, Rod. Thank you. We want to get to some breaking news we're following this morning in the hills of Portland. Fire crews are on the scene of a house fire on Northwest Skyline Boulevard right near Cornelius Pass. This is a live look. Crews say when they arrived, it was a large two-story home that was fully engulfed in fire. Most of that fire is out. They are watching for hot spots. But take a look at these photos from Tualatin Valley Fire showing that home is a total loss. You see right there above the firefighter just the chimney standing and the garage wall just kind of leaning over. No one was hurt in this fire, but because this is such a rural area, water had to actually be shuttled in. They couldn't get it from fire hydrants. So we'll stay at the scene and keep monitoring that for you this morning.
All right, let's get to one of our other top stories this hour. A Portland man has been charged after trying to pry open the emergency exit on a plane while it was still in the air. So he told officers he was hoping other passengers would record him doing this on their phones so he could share his thoughts on COVID vaccines.
Witnesses told investigators 32-year-old Michael DeMar pulled on the handle with his full body weight. The FAA saying incidents like this one have increased dramatically lately. Over the last year, authorities investigated almost 1,100 incidents involving unruly passengers. In 2020, there were 183. To try and get a handle on things, the FAA adopted a zero-tolerance policy. It now immediately pursues legal action against passengers who assault, threaten, intimidate, or interfere with the flight crew. Now, we talked to one retired commercial pilot who supports the stricter rules.
But I don't think you're going to be able to totally eliminate it because you always got that small group of people that are probably going to not only create problems on the airplane, but they probably create problems wherever they go.
Since the zero-tolerance policy took effect, the rate of these incidents has declined. As for Michael DeMar, he's charged with interfering with a flight crew.
I work with a lot of the women who come out of Coffee Creek that come out to homelessness sometimes, or like have DV issues that don't get addressed.
This morning, we're getting an update on life inside. It's KGW's in-depth look at Oregon's only women's prison. Our series aired in early 2020, and it profiled 3 women who are preparing to get out and start fresh. And you just heard from one of them, Vanessa Sherrod. She was at Coffee Creek Correctional Facility serving 5 years for theft. Today, Sherrod is out of prison. She's doing well, and she's living her dream of advocating for criminal justice reform. Maggie Vespa caught up with Sherrod this week, and Maggie joining us now. She's got a bill in Salem she wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, Nina, she does. 2 years after releasing Life Inside, we had so much to catch up on with Sherrod, but we'll start by getting down to business. She's really serious about this bill. Earlier this month, Sherrod testified at a hearing for House Bill 4146. If it passes, it will direct Governor Kate Brown to hire what's called a gender responsive coordinator to meet with women at Coffee Creek Correctional Facility, Oregon's only women's prison, and examine whether changes are needed to better rehabilitate women. The coordinator would then present an assessment to state lawmakers. Sherrod said this is really needed. She believes the prison model was invented for men and doesn't adjust for challenges specific to women. For instance, women with children are often the sole custodial parent, and once incarcerated, they have little access to the court cases deciding what happens to their kid.
A lot of moms miss their court dates. And how does that look like when they're not able to show up for their child's court case? Because there's just so many things in place and so many moving wheels that you have to have someone who's like literally involved from the beginning.
So quick update on Vanessa Sherrod. She's doing great, frankly. Shortly after her release in late 2019, she hit the ground running in Salem, advocating for criminal justice reform. We've checked in on her work multiple times since then. She's also gotten a job with the YWCA and a degree in social work, and her 3 kids seen there are incredibly proud of their mom. And they're all hoping, frankly, that HB 4641 passes. We'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, Sherrod is also preparing for this year's Day of Empathy. It's a national movement aimed at criminal justice reform. It's set for March 31st, and we'll have more info at KGW.com. Guys, back to you.
Amazing. Love to see her progress, and she's made us all think. Thank you, Maggie. Now to a developing story out of Old Town, where police are looking for the person who attacked a homeless man. This happened just after 4 o'clock Sunday morning at the corner of Northwest 3rd and Gleason. That's near the Blanchet House, a nonprofit that provides food and shelter. Investigators say when officers found the victim, he was unconscious. He was transported to the hospital with significant injuries. The executive director of Blanchet House tells us the victim is someone they serve regularly.
The victim in this case, he didn't deserve this. I mean, nobody does, of course. But just because someone is homeless and living on the street does not mean that they deserve to be subject to this kind of violence.
Authorities have not released a description of the suspect yet. Anyone with information about this crime should contact Portland Police.
The Beaverton School District will try to address some of its many job openings with a pair of job fairs this week. So one is this afternoon. It's set from 2 to 6. The second one is tomorrow, all day, from 9 to 6. And the district isn't just looking to fill dozens of positions. They're talking about more than 200.
Most of those positions are classified substitutes, teacher substitutes, bus drivers, nutrition service workers, para-educators, and custodians.
There are plenty of incentives on the table right now for potential employees. The Beaverton School District is offering bonuses that range from $500 to $3,300, depending on the position and number of hours worked. Some of Oregon's other big school districts, like Portland Public and Salem Kaiser, are also looking to hire.